Good morning, guys. I had a dream that I told you guys that I stopped reading for twins. I don't really know what that means or if I'm supposed to do that, but it's not a bad idea, you know. Just because reading for twins gets kind of boring because it takes so long for the energy to shift that it's like the same thing over and over again. And unless you're really in that like chaser energy, it's like no one, watches them. You know what I'm saying? Because usually the twins I read for are kind of in a place where they're good, they're growing, they're living their lives, and they don't want to hear about their masculine every single day. So, but for now, I guess I'll think about that dream. But for now, I am going to, we have the Lionsgate portal coming up on the 8th, and we also have the new moon on, I think it's the new moon. Maybe it's the full moon. I'm not an astrologer. Okay, guys. Is it the new moon or the full moon on August 8th? Yeah, it's the new moon in Leo in the Lionsgate portal. So you guys are probably already feeling that. You could have some ascension symptoms, feeling a little sick, not sleeping well, or sleeping way too much. Your body is going through programming and changes, so keep that in mind. With the new moon as well, basically August 8th is going to be very, very potent for manifestations, okay? It has a lot of changes within a lot of masculines and a lot of feminines, all right? It is a portal for pretty much everybody, but it does affect twins quite a bit because we are straight from spirit, right? I mean, I guess everybody is, but... So we're going to see what changes the Lionsgate portal and the new moon are bringing in for the masculines, and then we're also going to do the feminines as well. Maybe I'll do 2 different videos to get more in depth in each one because I don't have a lot of time. I'm always a procrastinator, so I run out of time a lot. So, okay, we'll just do the masculines today, and then tomorrow or the day after, I'll do what's changing for the divine feminines, okay? That sounds good. All right, Spirit, what changes are coming in with the Lionsgate portal and the new moon in Leo for the divine masculines? What changes are happening within them? And, oh, shit. All right, I'm not, they said, no. I'll shuffle one more time, but if those cards are meant to come out, they will come out somewhere else. All right, so I've got the King of Swords. So this is putting the masculines, right now the masculines are kind of in this energy, not all of them, but most of them, in this energy of not really being super emotional, right? So if you try to message them, let's say, they're not really receptive right now. That's because they've got their own shit going on. But that's why this King of Swords is here. He's very unemotional or pretty detached. And that's where the masculines are right now, okay? What is changing, though, is we have this Ace of Cups and the Sun. So that growth, that illumination, that self-love, what it's doing is it's really taking away this Nine of Swords energy, this fear, this self-sabotage, the anxiety that your masculine has just surrounding the connection in general, because they have to change so much about their lives, guys, and it's very hard. You kind of get to a point where sometimes you're like, it's easier just to stay in this place. So, I mean, they are changing that because obviously love always wins, okay? I don't care if it's now or if it's in 10 years. Eventually, when you also come into alignment, your masculine will do the same, and they already realize and know, like, I'm not making the best decisions, at least on the wavelength that I'm reading for, okay? We do have the star on its side. So it's like this manifestation, this wishing, it's like this universal alignment. So the Lionsgate portal is going to help the masculines with growth and getting over that anxiety that they feel surrounding you, Divine Feminine, with this Queen of Wands here, right? It's going to open up a lot of telepathic communication, but they're really balancing out and getting in touch with their feminine side, and that's great because they're listening to their intuition. They could be feeling a little sensitive, really emotional, and it gives them anxiety. And they're like really asking for it to stop because it's just uncomfortable. They're also asking and wishing for a way to get out of this karmic situation. So that could be anything. That could be addictions, work, a partner, a marriage, a long-term committed relationship. And they have been lying to this person for so long about how they truly feel. This person thinks that they are absolutely, 100% for them. And that's just not the truth. So, they're kind of like waiting for something huge to happen. And Lionsgate portal with the new moon on the same day is a pretty big thing for the stars to finally align. They're not quite aligned yet, but they're getting there, right? For the masculines to be able to be truthful with karmic situations. And that's really what is needed. But they're getting more in touch with their feminine side, their emotions. They're allowing those things to happen and that vulnerability that they've been too scared to do before. Okay, because it's just very overwhelming for them. It's very overwhelming to be all up in your emotions, especially being a masculine energy, especially if they're male, because they, have been taught their entire lives that they shouldn't do that. They shouldn't feel emotions. You're a little girl, you're a pussy if you feel emotions and you express yourself, right? And that has caused so much trauma for them. They don't understand that it's okay to be open and vulnerable. And being with you, Divine Feminine, even in your energy, that's how they feel because the love for you just kind of overflows. And they're like, fuck, I need to get out of here, right? This is so foreign to me. So that's changing. That's good. Their anxiety is going to go down a little bit. The stars are going to align to give the masculines courage and strength to be able to be honest within the karmic situations. What else is changing? We've got the phoenix and the butterfly and the sword and the rose. So this is actually really great. We've got the mask under that. Your masculine wears a mask all the time. When they say, oh, I only love you like a friend, or I don't want to be with you, I'm so happy. That's not the truth, especially when they go back and forth, you guys, okay? Some of you are just not even with a masculine, so I don't want to say, when they say they don't want to be with you, but give them their space, just go, because if you're kind of clinging to a karmic, you're going to be waiting around for a long time for things to change. But in terms of an actual divine masculine, there is change. So this is bringing in like a kind of rekindling energy. So a lot of movement forward, a lot of them changing their mind. Oh, I'm never going to leave this situation. I just can't. Well, that's changing their mind, right? The more and more they live in their lives being unhappy when they know the truth, right? Hurting you every single day by not choosing you, which they're not actually not choosing you. They're just not choosing themselves. Basically, they are changing, okay? Even if you can't see that, this mask, they know with this growth and illumination, the truth that just stares at them in their face every day, that they have to be honest. They have to speak their truth, not only to you, but also to the karmic, because it's very heartbreaking for them. It is bringing in a lot of pain and heartbreak, and Look, I just opened the deck to Heartbroken. I'm a little tongue-tied today. This doesn't usually happen, but I feel it's just the masculines like really thinking about what they're supposed to say, you know, not only to you, but also for the karmic situations, all of them. What do I even say to make this okay? Because they know that they're going to have to hurt somebody, okay? They're going to have to hurt somebody. And I just keep like talking over my words. Like, it's just not, usually when I channel, it just comes out of my mouth, right? And it's just not, it's not really flowing today. So that's really weird because I don't usually do that. So if I seem a little off, that's why. What else is changing for the masculines? Warmth. I just heard warmth. Warmth is changing. We have winter here. So being frozen in time, being content with not moving forward with their lives. That's where they've been for a long, long time. But, we have divine timing card here. So when these stars finally align, right, with this star here, it is this huge, basically this week is very, very strong in energy. So that's a lot of things happening within the masculine that have been trying to happen for a very long time. The divine is saying, like, it's time now. Okay, it is time. You've done your inner childhood work. Some of them are still actually doing that, which is why they wear masks in the first place, because they feel like little children on the inside, and they don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to basically choose them, because their whole lives they've been taught that they need to choose other people. They need to be people pleasers. They need to give and give and give. Otherwise they won't be loved in return. And loving themselves is a bad thing. That's selfish, right? So a lot of us were taught that when we were growing up. But that is changing. Do you see the sun over here? And we have the sun card. So like, it's really shining this huge light on their inner childhood, on their inner child, just period. But it's also bringing in that warmth and love. It's kind of melting away that coldness that comes along with the King of Swords, right? I need to just be very logical and analytic, and I don't need to do anything within emotions because I don't want to feel emotions because it causes me anxiety to feel emotions, right? But that's melting. It's like with the balancing of the energy between the masculine and the feminine within themselves, they're starting to really understand that it is okay to love. We've got Muse here. So they have been watching you this whole time. You are their biggest inspiration. You've taught them so much about the universe and energy and love just in general. And they really see you as a huge inspiration to continue to move forward within this. They're like, okay, well, if my divine feminine can do it, I can do it too. We do have forgiveness here. They might come forward and ask for forgiveness, but mostly they're asking for forgiveness within themselves. They could be asking for forgiveness within the karmic situations as well, because this is going to be very painful, especially if other people are involved. They're going to have to hurt somebody to choose themselves, which is another reason it gives them a lot of anxiety, because they feel like bad people. They don't want to feel like bad people. Somebody just said, well, he hurts me, no problem. That's not the truth. And if you think that, then maybe you need to just reevaluate your situation. We do have patience in spring here. So you could have not had communication since the spring, or really just in general, a lot of things have started changing since the spring, and your masculine wants you to know, thank you. Thank you for being patient. I know it's not easy. You guys should not be waiting around, okay? Because waiting just brings in more waiting. You need to get up, live your lives, and stop being sad all the time, okay? If your masculine is with somebody else, let them be with somebody else. Like, all right, go do your thing. Like, love ya. See you later, Gator. I think this reading sucks. I don't like it. Maybe I'm not going to post it. else is changing for the masculine? I don't really know if I want to. Okay. So I'll just continue on because it's already been 15 minutes. And I don't have time to do another one. But I don't know. I'm not feeling the energy with this video. I do have the Ace of Wands and the Star. Okay, so this is what's coming in. This very big, passionate new beginning, because guess what? The stars are finally aligning, especially this week. So you might have communication this week, especially if you are in this Nine of Pentacles energy, all right? You're a badass. You're like, I'm doing me. I don't care, about this. Yes, I love my masculine, but I'm moving forward. Or at least that's the energy you give off to them, okay? They will be coming forward and saying, look, I love you. I love you. I want to be with you, right? Or you could just have sex too, because the energy is as fire energy, right? With all this passion. So Lionsgate and the new moon in Leo is really, really passionate. It's fiery. It's like, let's go, right? And so this doesn't surprise me that this is here, especially with the butterfly, since there is growth and renewal, that rekindling, right? So if your masculine reaches out just to have sex, I would not advise you to do that, but whatever, it's your life. We do have karma in reverse, which I believe that this is judgment. So this, they might come forward while they're still in karmic situations, okay? They might do that of their better judgment. They know they're not supposed to do that, but the energy is going to pull them so closely to you, like it's going to be just calling them in, that they might not be able to help themselves. I mean, the masculines do have really, really strong willpower and self-control when it comes to the divine feminines, but they might have a lapse in judgment, right? And they don't want to hurt you even more by still being in a situation and coming forward and having sex or talking or sending flirty pictures or whatever. So if that happens, just be aware that you just need to say, okay, well, either we're not going to do this because you're still in this situation, or I'm fine with doing this and then just continuing on with my life, right? That's up to you. I mean, I'm always down for whatever. All right. I don't know, guys. You'll have to let me know if this reading just is terrible. I feel like, I don't know if you guys can feel the energy, but it's like very hesitant. I think that's the word. It's very hesitant. It's like there's so much excitement and passion and change, but then there's so much hesitant, and it's so hard for me to get my words out. Like they're going so fast in my mind, and it's just like clogged up. I don't even know if that makes sense to you guys or what. All right. Someone's masculine is tired of feeling alone. Okay, they're tired. Even if they're in other situations, they're not super happy and living the life. We do have throat chakra here. So again, with that communication coming in, we have solar plexus chakra. So right now, chakras are being cleared out, which is great. We do have awaiting results and dedicated effort. So your masculine is going to start putting in a dedicated effort. This awaiting results, this is not actually awaiting results. This is your masculine finally making changes within their lives that they've been waiting for the right time for. Now, there's never a right time, but they feel like with the energy, with it being so strong, that they can move forward and they can succeed and it's going to be okay. And they shouldn't have to be in a space where they're with somebody else or a job or addiction or whatever it is. And they feel so alone, right? They don't have their light. So they're going to start following their light. And guess who their light is? You are their light. They're feeling very sad and isolated. Even if they're not, even if there's people around them, they're still just feeling so, and that's what's changing. They've been in that energy for a long time. They're finally choosing themselves. Not all of them, but some of them. And it might not be a full choosing yourself, right? They might not go and leave a relationship or get divorced at this point. But they do start making choices for themselves by telling this karmic, like, hey, I'm not doing this anymore. This doesn't make me happy. So change this or I'm leaving, you know, which is a good step too. I'm just going to do some messages for them just because I know that wasn't very in-depth, guys. I'm just really not feeling it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry I hurt you. I'm scared. Too many changes too fast. So this week especially, it is going to be very fast because it's fire energy. The Lionsgate portal, they're going to start you know, having dreams and visions and hearing things, right? They might feel a little crazy, and it is causing a little bit of anxiety because they're coming into balance so quickly that it is scary, you know, because they feel this urge to just confront everybody around them and speak their truth. And it's not like them because they've been so afraid to do so before. So it is very scary. I'm not giving up on us, and I'm feeling hopeful. So they are still feeling hopeful, which that's good. Dark forces are at work here. So some of you do have masculines who have karmics that, you know, fuck around with magic and spells and or they're just really negative, right? So that is happening. There is dark energy around, but that's because they're releasing karmic contracts. Karmics know that. So when they find out and they feel that energy shifting, they start to freak out and try to do whatever they can to hold on. Trust issues here. We've got sexual healing. So again, that coming forward to have sex, that is your masculine's way of showing you how much they love you. We've got legal issues, and we are twin flame. So this legal issues could be divorce, could be a breakup, or that's what's coming in the future, especially with releasing karmic contracts. A lot of people will be releasing karmic contracts over the next week. Not everybody, but a lot of people will be. So that's what's happening, guys. I'm sorry this reading sucked, or my energy sucked anyway. I love you, and I hope you have a good day. Bye.